Hello and welcome to my video. Today I am going to start new series of videos about number systems. Number systems series would be useful for students of ninth grade or 10th grade, depending upon the place or schools where you study. The syllabus might be a bit different, but maths still remain maths, and I'm starting with number system. Currently I'm following the syllabus of CBSE board. CBSE board, uh, and this is the first chapter for the ninth standard. However, you can use this for any other purpose that you need. Maths always remains math, as I just said. Okay, so in this video we are going to understand different sets of numbers. Different sets of numbers. Okay, so when we started studying maths for the very first time, that is probably in our junior KG or lower KG, whatever you may call it, the very first number that we probably learned was number 1. The next was number 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. These numbers are something that you can count with the help of fingertips or your fingers, and these numbers are called counting numbers. Now, why are these numbers called counting numbers? That is because you can count something with these numbers. Like, say, if you have some 5 chocolates, 1. Now I don't like green chocolates, I want red ones, so I'm using red color. 2, and this is a bit circular one. 3, and the center bar of chocolate. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, a square one. Okay, so there are 5 different chocolates, and you can count these chocolates with these numbers. That is, this is first one, and this is second, and this is third, and this is fourth, and this is 5. And counting numbers don't include fractions, because while counting something, you are not going to count as if, okay, this is half chocolate. No, it's not going to happen. Just like that, you can't count something that is half. While you are counting something, those numbers are always full, and this is why these numbers are called counting numbers. Counting numbers or natural numbers. So the first set of number can be represented like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, dot dot dot. This means that series keeps on going on. These are called ellipses. Then the next case would be simply add 0 to the series. Just add 1 0. That is, up till now what we saw is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. These numbers, as I said, are called counting numbers. That is because we use them to count something. Just add 0 to it. Now, this can't be called as a counting number because you can't count 0 chocolates. Can you count 0 chocolates? No, because when there are 0 chocolates, it practically means that there is nothing to count. So this 0 is not included in the counting numbers. And this set, the new set, which includes 0, is called, this new set which includes 0 is called whole numbers. Okay, and this is represented by W. Yeah, I just forgot to tell you that natural numbers are represented by N. Whole numbers are represented by W. Now, this was all about natural numbers and whole numbers. Now let us talk a bit about number line. How are you going to represent these numbers on the number line? Okay, Suppose this is a straight line. Yeah, you have to suppose that this is a straight line. No, it's not. And this is some point O, and these are some divisions that I have made on the line. Now this is the center point O, and center point O has been labeled as 0 over here. That is, it's the number line for the positive part starts from here. As we move on the right side, it will be positive. All the numbers on the right side of this will be positive and it will keep on increasing. All the numbers on the left side would be negative, and as these numbers are negative, they will keep on decreasing. This side also there will be some divisions. Now let us understand. The very first number will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just considering natural numbers and whole numbers over here. Now suppose I take the mirror image. I take the mirror image of these numbers on this side. What will I get is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this arrow shows that the line is extending on both the sides till infinity. That it keeps on going on and on. But I have just assumed that I have just placed a plane mirror at this point. I have just placed a plane mirror at this point, and I have taken the mirror image of these numbers on this side. So obviously what I am going to get is this kind of arrangement of numbers, and these numbers are called negative numbers. That is, you have to put some negative sign over here. That is -1, -2, -3, and -4, and so on. So 1, 2, and 3. This pattern is increasing, while this pattern is decreasing due to presence of this negative sign. That is, -4 is less than -1, but +4 is greater than +1. Now a set of numbers that includes all the negative numbers, all the positive numbers, and 0 is represented by Z, and is called set of integers. Again, I would like to remind you is this also won't include any fractions, so 1 and 2, but any intermediate value won't be considered. On this number line there are infinitely many points between one division also. That is, between 0 and 1 you can plot thousands and crores of points, or any number that you want, because theoretically there are infinite many points between each division. So this set, which includes all the integers including negative numbers, positive numbers, and 0, which are whole numbers, no fractions allowed, are called set of integers. Okay, now the next class or next kind of numbers that we are going to talk about are rational numbers. Rational numbers. What are rational numbers? Any number that is represented in P by Q form is called rational number. Okay, so any number that is represented in the form of P by Q is called rational number, where Q should not be equal to 0. Q should not be equal to 0. This Q should not be equal to 0. That is because if P by Q is a given number and if Q is equal to 0, then denominator becomes 0, and then this term won't be defined. You can't have denominator equal to 0, otherwise it would become undefined. So you need some non-zero value for Q. And so how are we going to represent a set of this number? And it is represented by capital Q. The set of rational numbers is represented by capital Q. Capital Q is equal to P by Q. It will be in the form of P by Q, where q is not equal to 0. This is the condition where q is not equal to 0 and p and q would belong, this is symbol for belong, would belong to z. Now z is a set of integers, so p and q could be negative also, could be positive also, and p can be 0. The only thing is that q cannot be 0. And let us see some examples of this kind of number. Say this set would include number like 1 by 2 where p is equal to 1 and q is equal to 2, or 3 by 4 where p is equal to 3 and q is equal to 4, or maybe 5 by 6, or maybe minus 2001 upon 2010. This all would qualify for rational numbers. Now these all are fractions. So what I mean to say is fractions are included in rational numbers. But what do you think about a number like say 3? Can you consider this as a rational? Because apparently it is not in a p by q form. Apparently it is not in the form of p by q, and I would like to emphasize on the word apparently. That is, you can't see that it is in a p by q form, but technically it is. That is because the denominator would be 1 over here. Because whenever you write any number in its plain form, say 4, it is assumed that its denominator is 1. So it is literally in its p by q form where q is equal to 1 and p is equal to 4. So this all numbers, that is all the whole numbers and integers, would qualify for rational numbers. Then let us talk about number 0. Would 0 be a rational number? And answer is yes. That is because you can simply write 0 by 1, again p by q form, and there is no restriction that p cannot be equal to 0. Only thing is that q cannot be equal to 0. So yes, 0 would qualify. 0 by 1 and 0 by 25, or you can put any denominator that you like. Anything 0 divided by anything would be 0. So 0 easily qualifies for staying in this set. The only thing is that denominator can't be q. So these are the 4 basic category of numbers. First one is counting numbers or natural numbers. Second one is whole numbers. Third one is integers, and fourth one is rational numbers. And here I would like to end my session about numbers. In the next video I'm going to show you how to represent these numbers on number lines. I hope you found my video useful. Thank you for listening.